The eternal identity of Jesus. Exploring Micah 5:2 and beyond. Centuries before his birth, the prophet Micah penned words that transcended time and space. His origins are from of old, from ancient times. Micah 5:2. These aren't just poetic expressions or symbolic gestures, they're an unflinching statement about the eternal nature of the Messiah. Here's the challenge. If Jesus isn't God, how do we make sense of his eternal origins? Today, let's explore the profound implications of this prophecy and how it fits within the broader narrative of Scripture. Micah 5:2 is a cornerstone of messianic prophecy. But you, Bethlehem Ephrathah, though you are small among the clans of Judah, out of you will come for me one who will be ruler over Israel, whose origins are from of old, from ancient times. At first glance, this prophecy identifies Bethlehem as the Messiah's birthplace. This detail, fulfilled by Jesus' birth as recorded in Matthew 2:1, is extraordinary in itself. But the prophecy doesn't stop there. It makes an audacious claim about the Messiah's origins. They are from of old, from ancient times, a direct reference to eternity. This statement places the Messiah outside the confines of human history. But Micah describes the Messiah as existing eternally, echoing the language used to describe God himself. This eternal existence is a defining attribute of God. How could Jesus possess this attribute unless he is divine? Jesus himself affirms this truth in John 8:58. Before Abraham was born, I am. Notice his choice of words. He doesn't say, I was, as someone might when referencing past existence. Instead, he says, I am, invoking the divine name God used when he revealed himself to Moses in Exodus 3:14. I am who I am. This wasn't lost on his audience. They understood that he was claiming to be the eternal, self-existent God. Their response? They picked up stones to kill him for blasphemy. If Jesus isn't God, how do we reconcile these claims? How can a created being speak of existence before creation and claim the divine name? This isn't the language of a prophet, teacher, or philosopher. It's the language of someone declaring his oneness with the eternal Creator. This theme is woven throughout the New Testament. In John 1:1-3 we read, In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. Here Jesus the Word isn't portrayed as a creation but as the Creator, eternally existing with God and as God. Paul reinforces this in Colossians 1:16-17. For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities. All things have been created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. How could a finite being fulfill such an infinite role? Hebrews 1:10-12 provides further clarity. Quoting Psalm 102, it says of Jesus, In the beginning, Lord, you laid the foundations of the earth, and the heavens are the work of your hands. They will perish, but you remain. They will all wear out like a garment. You will roll them up like a robe. Like a garment they will be changed. But you remain the same, and your years will never end. These words, originally spoken of God, are applied to Jesus. If he isn't God, how can this alignment with divine attributes be explained? Revelation also underscores Jesus' eternal nature. In Revelation 1:17-18, Jesus declares, I am the first and the last. I am the living one. I was dead, and now look, I am alive forever and ever, and I hold the keys of death and Hades. The title, First and Last, is used by God in Isaiah 44:6. I am the first and I am the last. Apart from me there is no God. If Jesus isn't God, how does he claim this title and its authority over life and death? Returning to Micah 5:2, this prophecy isn't just about a location, it's about identity. Jesus didn't begin his existence in Bethlehem. That was his entrance into the human story. But he existed long before that. He is the eternal God who stepped into time and space, sharing in the glory and nature of the Creator. So here's the challenge. If Jesus isn't God, how do we explain his eternal origins? How does he fulfill prophecies that ascribe to him the attributes and authority of God himself? How does he consistently claim and demonstrate divine identity across Scripture? This is your moment to reflect. If Jesus isn't God, share your reasoning. How do you reconcile his eternal claims? Let's engage in this conversation. Who is Jesus to you?